Europe carries an important responsibility. As you know, the negotiations with the United States are ongoing as we speak. Commissioner Šefčovič is in Washington today. I just want to say we are ready for a deal. We want a negotiated solution. But you all know that at the same time we're preparing for the possibility that no satisfactory agreement is reached. This is why we consulted on a rebalancing list, and we will defend the European interest as needed. In other words, all the instruments are on the table. But then we have the operational side. Under your presidency, we can make progress on our return proposal. We are aiming at the 9th of July. It's a huge task because we have the largest trade volume globally between the European Union and the United States, 1.5 trillion euros, very complex and a huge quantity. Indeed, what we are aiming at is an agreement in principle. Because, such a volume in 90 days, an agreement in detail, impossible. An agreement in principle. That is also what the UK did, and as far as I'm informed, there are only 2 countries so far worldwide that have concluded with an agreement in principle.
Some of the things we are going to discuss today. I totally agree with Ursula, but of course, if US decides not to provide Ukraine with what is needed, it would be a serious setback. For Ukraine and for Europe and for NATO, because as I guess both of us have said already, the war in Ukraine has never only been about Ukraine. This is a war about the future of Europe. So we need also other European countries to fight. Today marks the beginning of the Danish EU presidency. The task ahead of us is crystal clear. We have to steer Europe safely through one of the most challenging times in our history. Russia has brought war back to our continent. The situation in the Middle East has escalated to a new level, and we are facing the consequences of migration, climate change, and global competition. To all of these challenges, I believe that there is one answer: a stronger Europe. And that is the guiding objective for our presidency. Reduction in other European countries, like here in Denmark. Secondly, sanctions.